My name is BSCRIM1-ECHO. Hexagon are six-sided polygons with equal size and angles of 120 degrees. They are not only fundamental shapes in geometry but also quite common in natural world. Hexagons in nature. First is honeycomb structures. One of the most well-known example is honeycomb patterns created by bees. Bees build hexagonal cells to store honey and raise their young. This hexagonal shape is nature's way of efficiency utilizing shape and resources. Basalt columns in geological formations like Giant's Castaway, hexagonal basalt columns can be found. These columns results from the cooling and contracting of lavas which naturally forms hexagonal shapes. Hexagons are a common shape in nature. They provide efficiency and stability. Nature's use of hexagon can inspire creative and sustainable human design.
What math concept that was fully discussed in your assigned video? So the math concept that was discussed in the video was all about the golden ratio or the phi, which you can see and hear around us, and how does the Fibonacci sequence connects with the phi. The Fibonacci sequence connects to it by as the sequence goes higher, the ratio between the numbers gets closer to phi, which is 1.618. We can also hear the phi moment in music by multiplying the length of the music by 0.618 or the inverse of the phi. So what is this concept about? So this concept was all about the sequence that will explain the growth or patterns in nature. Golden ratio is something that we see and hear almost everything around us. It is said that it's not a coincidence that we see and hear patterns or golden ratio in almost everything, because it's part of our natural order to the universe. Example, if you count the petals of the flower, it mostly ends with a Fibonacci number. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? So by the moment I saw that video, I understand that math is around us, even in the nature or even in the music. And the pattern aren't even coincidence because it was connected to Fibonacci sequence which connects to the golden ratio or the phi.
Hi, I'm Julina M. Apitico. The math concept is fully discussed in my assigned video is golden ratio and Fibonacci in music. It's all about the golden ratio. Golden ratio can be seen anywhere we look and also hear it. The example that shows the concept is the pieces of music, the notes, the chords, phrases, dynamic and harmony when you are playing piano. It's logical and to be arithmetic in mathematical way.
The math concepts fully discussed in the context of the golden ratio and Fibonacci in music are the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence. These mathematical concepts are explored in how they relate to the structure, composition, and patterns found in various musical pieces. The concept of the golden ratio and Fibonacci in music involves the application of mathematical principles to the creation, structure, and aesthetics of musical composition. The golden ratio, often represented by the Greek letter phi, is a mathematical constant approximately equal to 1.618033988875. In the context of music, this concept is about using the golden ratio to determine proportions and structural elements within a musical piece when composers adhere to the golden ratio. It's believed to create a sense of balance and harmony in the composition, while the Fibonacci sequence is a mathematical sequence that begins with 0 and 1, with each subsequent number being the sum of the two preceding ones: 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 13, and so on. The application of the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence in music offers profound insights into the intersection of mathematics and artistry. Here are some key insights and reflections on these mathematical truths with the realm of music. Number 1. Harmonizing the abstract and emotional. Number 2. Balance and proportion and source of beauty. Number 3. The depth of compositional mastery. Number 4. Bridging the gap between science and art.
Hi, my name is Aaron Christian Arasu. What math concept is usually discussed in science assigned video. The video explores how these mathematical concepts have been utilized in music composition, how they can create aesthetically pleasing and harmonious composition. What is about this concept? The concept of the golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence in music revolves around the application of these mathematical principles in the context of musical composition and aesthetics. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? The golden ratio of Fibonacci sequence are fascinating mathematical concepts that have been widely studied and applied in various fields, including music.
What math concept is fully discussed in an assigned video. It's all about golden ratio and Fibonacci music. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or example that would show the concept. How you ever notice how some pieces of music like notes, the chords, and phrases, the dynamic and harmony, they can all feel like we're meant to go together, while many people believe that this isn't simplified. What are your insights about these mathematical truths or certainties? Based on the video, I understand that the Fibonacci sequence is series number and then one to be done, the golden ratio, and when your Fibonacci sequence is said to be higher or close to pi. Then many believe in the sequence that explains the flow in nature.
My name is BSCRIM1-ECHO, BSCRIM1-ECHO. What math concept is fully discussed in each video. The math concept that discussed in those videos is all about Fibonacci sequence. It explains how Fibonacci sequence work and how creative it is. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or example that will show the concept. These concepts are all about patterns and sequences and the things that surround us. What are your insights about these mathematical truth or certainties? Something that will definitely happen. Victory is now a mathematical certainty. Synonyms and related words. Something that is certain or likely to happen.
The video is likely discusses how composers have used the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence to create aesthetically pleasing and structurally balanced music. In music, the Fibonacci sequence can be applied to determine aspects such as the number of sections or variation in a composition and their arrangement. The presence of golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence in music is a testament to the beauty of mathematics and its profound impact on the human creative spirit.
What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video. So the math concept that discussed on this video is all about golden ratio Fibonacci sequence. What is about this concept? Cite few more real world cases or example that would show the concept. The Fibonacci sequence is a type series where each number is the sum of the two that preceded. It starts from 0 and 1. Usually, the Fibonacci sequence is given by 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, and so on. Some say the golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence are evident in music for strings, percussion, and celesta by Hungarian composer Bela Bartok. For example, the opening xylophone solo in the third movement has rhythmic pattern following the Fibonacci sequence going from 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 and then back down 5, 3, 2, 1. The golden ratio is a design concept based on using the Fibonacci sequence to create visually appealing proportion in art, architecture, and graphic design. the proportion, size, and placement of one element compared to another create a sense of harmony that our subconscious mind is attractive to. The Fibonacci sequence is a set of steadily increasing numbers where each number is equal to the sum of the preceding two numbers. The golden ratio of 1.618 is derived from the Fibonacci sequence. Many things in nature have their dimensional properties that adhere to the golden ratio of 1.618. It goes on infinitely and is made up of the series of numbers starting with 0 followed by 1, where each subsequent number is the sum of previous two numbers.
Hello everyone, I'm James J. In today's video, I will explain the fascinating connection between the golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence in music. What math concept is fully discussed in your assigned video? The math concept fully discussed in the context of the golden ratio and Fibonacci music are the golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence. These mathematical concepts are explored in how they relate to the structure, composition, and patterns found in the various musical pieces. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or examples that would show concept. The concept of the golden ratio and Fibonacci in music involves the application of the mathematical principles to the creation, structure, and aesthetic of musical composition. What are your insights about these mathematical truths of certainties? The application of the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence in music offers profound insight into the intersection of mathematics and artistry. Here are some key insights and reflection on these mathematical truths within the realm of music.
Concept is fully discussed on your assigned video. The fully discussed on our assigned video is all about the golden ratio. The golden ratio is a rational number, pi. It's golden because the rational bit inside match pi. Example: if you cut a square of a golden rectangle, you create a small rectangle with the same golden proportion. What is about the concept? Cite few more real-world axes, for example, that will show the concept. Music theorists have claimed to find the golden ratio in the work of many famous classical composers from Mozart to Debussy. About this concept, cite few more real-world cases or examples that will show the concept. Music theorists have claimed to find the golden ratio in the work of many famous classical composers from Mozart to Debussy. Some say the golden ratio in the Fibonacci sequence are evident in music for string, percussion, and celesta by Hungarian composer Bela Bartók. For example, the opening xylophone solo in the third movement has a rhythm pattern. Insight about this mathematical truth or certainties. Based on the video, I understand that the golden ratio often represented by the Greek letter pi. It is a mathematical concept derived from geometry. It is an irrational number approximated. The golden ratio appears in various natural and artistic contexts such as architecture, art, and design.
What math concept is fully discussed on your assigned video? So the math concept that is discussed on this video is all about golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence. What is about this concept? Cite few more real-world cases or examples that would show the concept. This pattern starts 0, then each following number is sum of the two before it. And what does that have to do with the golden ratio? Well, as the sequence goes higher, the ratio between the number gets closer and closer to 1.618 or 5. What are your insights about this mathematical truth or certainties? We believe the sequence could explain growth in nature. If you connect each corner of the square with an arc, you'll get a golden spiral. Look familiar? Well, a lot of people see this golden spiral everywhere.